So question, how do you know when your anger, resentment or frustration is a result of the personal ego, which presumably is to be avoided? So there's two aspects to this. The anger, resentment or frustration, if it comes from your personal ego, it is not to be avoided. If you avoid it, then what will happen is that it will stay unresolved. What you want is to be an integrated human being. Let's say you have a 6-year-old and they're throwing some sort of a tantrum and they're angry and resentful at something that you've done. They're frustrated and they're expressing it. Do you try to avoid the child? Do you get them to avoid their own expression? Do you put them aside? Do you push them away? Or do you embrace them? Do you help them to process what they're experiencing? Do you do your best to explain to the child in 6-year-old terms why you've done what you did, why it was necessary, to bring them into the fold? How do you treat your own mind? So if I have anger, resentment and frustration, they're not to be avoided. They're to be integrated. So what does that mean, to integrate it? It means understanding first of all what you are experiencing. So go into that experience. What am I feeling? And start somatically. Start with the body. Get into your body as a way of helping you to feel it. What am I feeling? What's the emotion? So now get into your emotions. Describe it. Again, feel those. Then start to look for the trigger and the cause. What was the trigger to my anger, resentment and frustration? So you look for the thing that happened in the external environment or the thought that came into your mind. Now, what's the underlying cause of my resentment? What's my desire here? What's my attachment? What am I attached to? Now, this person isn't giving me the attention that I want. I've had a long day at work and they didn't even ask me how my day was. All they did was start talking about how bad their day was. I want someone to care about how my day is too. Understand it. Understand what you're attached to. And then just start to see how reasonable it is. Is that a reasonable thing to ask for? And you may decide yes, you may decide no. That question's up to you. Then you can start to take a step further and go into your needs. So this is an important distinction to make. There's an important distinction to make between the ego's demands and your genuine needs. A need is something that, when left unaddressed, you cannot function according to your own obligations. Okay, your car needs gas and water. Without those, it can't be a car. It's just a hunk of metal. You have needs. Your personality has needs, physically, emotionally, intellectually. You need a sense of autonomy, to be self-directed, to be feeling that you're choosing your own life. You need connection, relatedness with other human beings. You need a feeling of competence, that you're good at what you do. You need food and shelter. You need a sense of meaning and purpose, etc. You have all of these needs. It's not egocentric to address your needs. Now, the difficulty here, of course, is that your needs can become egocentric desires if you relate to them wrongly. But what you're looking to do when you recognize that the anger is a result of ego is to try and step it back into the need that is not being met. And once you do that, the whole relationship with the experience changes. So the question, how do you know when your anger, resentment or frustration is the result of personal ego, as opposed to what? The question sounds incomplete. Actual needs. So don't try to figure out, is it this or this? Start with what you've got and look for what the ego is getting out of it by saying, what am I attached to? What does the ego desire, and is it reasonable? Then you take that step into your needs. Where your resentment is coming, the most proximate cause being ego, you can go deeper and find a genuine need. It's just that we've related wrongly to that need. we have a need for connection. Without it, we wither and die. But is it a genuine need for my partner to say, how was your day, every time when I come home from work? Okay, it's not a genuine need. It's the way that I'm relating to that need for connection, which is not necessarily appropriate. It's my job to take care of my needs, not somebody else's. Now, I may make a request of my partner. Yeah, I'd love it for you to check in on me every so often, just to remind me that you care. And then they will say yes or no according to them. So look to get back to your needs, your swadharma, your true nature. And then take care of those needs objectively, dispassionately, the same way you would for your car. I need connection, so I'm going to join a book club. I'm going to join a gym. A, because I need physical exercise, and B, I'll get to meet people, new people. So you're taking care of your own needs rather than demanding it from the world.